Hello, welcome back to Sextras.
Where we talk about sex and all the extras.
I'm Honey.
And I'm Maria.
And today we're going to do a little catch up, a little ramble about our lives and all the horrible / wonderful stuff that happens to us during our 20s.
Yeah. We, just disclaimer, we kind of did already record like 25 minutes, something like that. And, you know, technical difficulties, which we actually haven't talked to you guys about in a while.
Yeah, I bet you guys are missing this chat. But, I mean, it kind of goes along with the theme of the episode of just, like, free-falling through life after you finish university or just, like, in general in your 20s or just maybe in your life. And this is the first time we're experiencing it. So,
yeah,
stay tuned.
But we can get into the zones first and what zone we're in, you know, just like settle into the episode, let you guys know what the vibe is going in.
Clearly it's chaotic. It was chaotic the last time we recorded, and now we're recording it for the second time. It's definitely chaotic. So yeah, please start us off with your zone.
Okay, to be fair, I am in the yellow zone. I'm excited, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling happy. I'm seeing my boyfriend really soon. I feel like I say that a lot, but like I really genuinely don't see him that often, guys, okay?
You see him like once a month.
Yeah, once a month. That's not often. To see your boyfriend, that's not often.
Okay, fine.
But yes, I'm excited.
It feels like a lot to me.
Yeah, I do feel like I say it a lot. Like now that I'm I feel like I'm always like, oh, I'm excited, I'm seeing my boyfriend.
No, but I always feel like it was like yesterday the last time you saw him.
Yeah, true. It does go by really quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really happy, excited. My family are like here from Holland to see us, and like my cousins are here, and we're just having a great time.
Our biggest fans.
Yeah. Actually, oh my god. Okay, yeah, so my cousins, they're 9, they're twins, and they found out about Sextras. Like, it's not like I was like telling them and advertising it to them or anything, but they found out about it, so then they started asking loads of questions about it, and now they're literally obsessed. They're like always asking whether they can watch it and stuff, and I'm like, no, please, no. And we I was like, okay, fine, like maybe this one, and I like started playing one episode, and we're talking about the zones. Literally first thing I say, I'm like, oh, I'm excited because like I'm gonna have sex soon. And they keep repeating it in front of my whole family and like my grandma, and she's very religious, and it's just so awkward, and so I'm not loving that vibe, but it's kind of funny.
It's quite cute.
It's kind of funny. And also I'm like, I got a tattoo. I want to show you guys.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to the. I mean, we'll edit.
Sorry to the listeners.
Just edit this out of the listeners, actually. Okay.
Exclusive YouTube content.
Yeah, that's why you should head to YouTube.
That's why you should subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Look at it, guys. I don't even know if I'm showing it while I'm on the camera, but...
Oh, wait. The microphone got disconnected.
Oh, shit. Yeah. So... Here you go.
Scandalous reveal of Maria's shoulder.
Yeah. So that was like really exciting.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm in a little bit of pain.
Oh.
But yeah, I've had a pretty good week, I'd say. Yeah. What about you? What zone?
I am in the red zone because I'm feeling chaotic.
Unhinged.
Yeah. I think I'm going to get that tattooed on my forehead. That's the kind of mood I'm in. But mate, I got my implant taken out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Maria got a tattoo and I got my implant taken out. In case you guys don't know, I've had my period for like 2 years, and I finally got it taken out, and I have my period currently, but I'm hoping that's just because I just got it taken out and I'm gonna go back to normal. And I'm also kind of hoping that it's gonna make me more horny. So
even more red.
Exactly.
All shades of red.
Exactly.
Wait, I'm gonna pull this closer. You have to keep us updated on whether, you know, what changes you notice within yourself and your hormones and whatever.
Yeah, I've been feeling a bit tired the last couple of days, so I think that's maybe because of that. Also, my arm kind of hurts, but it was actually pretty fun. The woman showed me the implant when she took it out.
Did
it
you
was
not
covered
keep
in
it?
blood.
I'm keeping mine.
No, I was gonna ask, but I kind of thought it would be a bit weird.
I'm gonna keep it.
It was so bloody and small.
I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, I think you should. We need one for the Sextras Hall of Fame.
I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
What was it like getting it out? Like, what do they do and shit?
Oh, so they basically inject the anesthetic, local anesthetic into
They
the
do that
area.
when you get it in as well.
And then she was like, can you feel anything? And she's like, you should just feel a bit of pressure. And then they make a little cut at the end. It's like a tiny cut.
Okay.
And then they just like push it out. It was so quick. And then they just like, you can't get it wet for 3 days. And yeah, it was super easy. It didn't hurt afterwards. It kind of hurts a bit now because it's bruised, but it's pretty fine.
Okay. And you can't get it wet 3 days after you get it, right?
I don't know.
I
I
feel
was
like I
trying to remember.
that, yeah.
I think that might be it, but I can't remember.
Yeah. And I do remember it being sore for a bit. Okay. So not too bad. Nice.
So yeah, this is the first time I'm going to be hormone free in
So exciting.
like 4 years. Crazy. And she was like, what contraception are you going to use now? And I was like, well, I have herpes, so I'm going to use condoms. She was like, yeah, good idea. And then she was like, when was the last time you had sex? And I said December, and then she laughed. So that was fun.
Because you're a loser.
Yeah. And she was like, so was it with an ex, a regular partner? And I was like, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. Like, it was complicated. But yeah, I love going to the sexual health clinic. They are genuinely just the nicest people in the world. Like, I think it's a requirement of the job that you have to just be chill with everything, because they're just always so nice, so welcoming, and they just seem like cool people. I want to be friends with them. Maybe that's what I should do with my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because every time I go there,
degree?
you probably do. I don't think they'll just let anyone cut into your arm and inject anesthetic.
No, but like maybe you don't have to do that. Maybe you don't have to do that. Maybe you can just work at the clinic and like be one of those people that like talk to people about this stuff.
I'd be like an advisor.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I've spoken to an advisor before and she was really nice.
Yeah.
She advised me about my herpes.
Or we can like start like touring around schools and teaching kids about sex.
Those like GCSE drama plays. Don't drink. Yeah, I think we'd be really good at it. But like sex version.
Guys, actually a fucking student from the school next to mine asked for my number.
Oh my god.
And he keeps asking all the teachers what my name is.
That's so embarrassing.
Yeah, it's really weird. But it's quite funny, you know. Hall of Fame moment at my school.
Cute. Marie's the hottest teacher in the school.
One of the.
But yeah, anyway, so now you guys know what's happening to us this week, and we're gonna fill you in on the rest of our lives. So as usual, I'm single.
I'm taken. No, I'm joking. I'm in a relationship. I hate it when people say that. I'm taken. What does that mean? Like, what do you mean taken by who? Who took you where?
It's like in the ultimatum when Colby's like, she became a woman. Guys, we're gonna do a whole bonus episode about the ultimatum, so if you haven't watched it already, we highly recommend that
watch
you do.
it so you can listen to our episode.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it's just quality entertainment. Like, it's so good. I'm obsessed. It's a dating show. You have to watch it. It's on Netflix. Sponsor us if you want to. But yeah, so how's your relationship going? Any ultimatums?
Any ultimatums? No.
Sad.
No ultimatums. No, it's going good. It's we're, you know, just swimming happily.
Cute.
I mean, I have talked a little bit about it before, but like how we're like long distance, but as we just mentioned, like we do see each other every month. It's not like we're like miles and miles away. So that has worked like pretty well. I don't know, like a lot better than I thought it would go for me, at least. And I do think that, like, for instance, like me getting a job was like a really big part of that. And like even when it was Easter and I had 2 weeks off, and we were like talking and texting kind of the same amount that we would, but I would find myself like constantly being like, why hasn't he texted me back, and like what's he doing, and like why didn't he text me this morning, and like just getting annoyed at like little things that if it was like during the week when I'm working, it just wouldn't have annoyed me.
Yeah.
And like I was just super like hyper focused on like this because I just didn't have anything else to like occupy my mind and my time. And I don't know, I've like really noticed how obsessed with routine I am in a way. Like, not that I'm not obsessed with routine, it's more like I'm a very habitual person. Like I do very like a lot of things because I feel like I need to, kind of thing. Like I do it out of habit and like out of like, oh no, but this is like what happens. Like yeah, like my smoking, sorry, not relevant anyway. But so I don't know, I feel like being out of that and like not having that time occupied just like really wasn't good for me. So I do feel like that has been really good, and sort of just like, as I was saying, like my family being here and sort of doing stuff has like got me like, I don't know, it's good for my relationship essentially. And like I feel like we're in quite a good place in that we like, yeah, we still talk like every day, but I don't feel like I need to talk to him every day. Whereas like before I did feel like that, you know? Yeah. Like if we can't talk, I'm like, fine. It's like, cool. I don't mind. I don't know. I've become a more like chill person in my relationship just because I do feel like 3 years in, you kind of get so used to each other's like expectations and like each other's like things that annoy each other. Yeah. And all of those little things. So I just feel like it's easier to avoid arguments, at least in my experience. I guess that it could work completely the opposite, where like little things start to annoy you more, kind of thing. But yeah, no, like all good things really. It's weird being in a 3-year relationship because like, I don't know, I kind of had forgotten about all these periods of the relationship that it really wasn't good. Yeah. And like all of these things that kind of had happened, and like, yeah, I don't know, just like shit that it's like, I can't believe we're still together kind of thing. Yeah. But like now that it's so good, it's like, well, yeah, like now it's great and we're like loving life and whatever. Yeah. But it's kind of weird. And then as I was like, because it's been so long and we've been through like so many things that it's like, oh, we so could have broken up at that point and like we didn't. So it's just like kind of like, well, like what are you gonna do now? Yeah, like exactly. Yeah. Like what, I'm just gonna walk away? Like, I don't know. Not that I want to or anything, but as in like, it is weird being in that like having that thought in the back of your mind, and that of like, well, I can't really walk away into this like thing that I've invested so much time, energy, and like emotion into, or whatever. But not in a bad way. It's just
it's just crazy.
Yeah, no, it is kind of crazy. And yeah, it's just weird that like we've kind of grown up together a little bit. Yeah.
What are the next stages? Are you getting married?
Yeah, he proposed.
Oh my god, no way.
Did I not tell you?
If you didn't tell me,
imagine.
I think I'd stop being friends with you. I'd be so sad.
Oh god. I would not want one of those proposals where they like get all your friends and family to be there. I hate that. I don't get why they're always like, oh yeah, like I had the friends and family like to be there as a surprise because like, you know, that would make it why?
I would say no just to spite them.
No, I mean, I wouldn't go that far. Like, I'd feel so awkward though. Like, exactly. Like, wouldn't you just feel so awkward? What if they say no? But then again, I don't want to be proposed to ever. Sorry, so out of topic. But like, I don't want to be proposed to ever.
What is the topic?
if I'm not, like, if the guy or whoever the fuck is proposing, the guy, the girl, the whatever, isn't sure that I'm going to say yes, why are you doing it? Yeah. Like, if we haven't had a conversation beforehand, why is this happening?
Yeah. No, I mean,
I don't want it to be a surprise. Yeah. Like,
no, never.
What the fuck?
We can talk about this in the ultimatum episode, though. We have a lot to say. Anyway. I have a whole notes page of things I have to say about the ultimatum. So stay tuned.
But no, I'm not getting proposed to anytime soon. I'm not getting married anytime soon.
As far as you know.
As far as I know.
But genuinely, what is the next step?
But I do wanna like end this long distance thing. As good as it's been and whatever, I'm like ready to sleep next to my boyfriend every night.
Yeah.
So I kind of do really want to do that, and that is like, he's also on board on that, you know, like that is kind of what we're trying to make happen. But he's still at uni and like finishing his degree, and I'm not. So, and I haven't been for like a year. So he's kind of in that stage where I was like last year, when I was kind of like, okay, what am I gonna do? But I've kind of like already passed that. But I guess I'm still like, what am I gonna do? Because I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing next year. But a lot of that sort of like decision making or whatever is kind of being held back by he doesn't know what he wants to do, and what like I want to be with him. Like, I want to sort of like be together for this next phase of our lives.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of put my planning on hold as well. I mean, like, I know what I want to be doing in a general sense, but I can't put like any actual planning into it. I can't like be applying to jobs, and like I can't be like looking at houses and all of this stuff, because I'm still not sure where I'm going to be living.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's kind of a bit annoying, really, and like that fucks with my head a little bit, because I obviously don't want to be like putting my life on hold for a guy. Like, that's so bad. But like, what am I gonna do? Like, what's a girl to do, you know?
Yeah, but is it bad though, is the thing. Like you're saying, it's not like there's no reason to break up, so like you might as well just keep going until you like figure it out. It is just a bit annoying to have to like plan around other people, though, is the thing.
Yeah, no, I don't know. And like the thing is, my brother was saying to me like, oh yeah, like what, like if I don't know, we were just talking about like life and whatever, and he's like, oh, why don't you like travel next year, or like that kind of thing. And I'm just kind of like, I mean, yeah, but like, no.
I feel like you've gone everywhere.
Yeah, to be fair, like I have traveled a lot, but as in like I do really like the idea of like traveling by myself and like doing like a solo trip. I think that would be really fun. Or like even traveling like we could go somewhere and like things like that. And it's not that I'm like my relationship is holding me back or anything like that. It's just more like I don't really want to do that right now. But then it's like, but as in like I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
But like in practice, it's kind of like I'm not sure that that's what I want to do, really. Yeah. Like, that kind of scares me a little bit, because it's more like I kind of want to be like figuring out what I want to do. And I guess like you can do both, but I don't know. It's so like stressful, because it's like I'm not sure what I want to do. Yeah. Okay, like up until this point in my life, like we've all, like, you know, up until you graduate from uni, you basically have like everyone telling you what to do and like what the next step to take, what you should be doing, like what to do to succeed or whatever. And then when you get to this stage, it's like no one's fucking telling you anymore. Now it's all up to you. And like, yeah, that's cool that now you can really like make your choices and decisions and like figure out what you want to do and all of that. But that's also fucking terrifying.
Yeah. It's so confusing to go from like, I know in 3 months, like for your whole life, you know in 3 months what you're going to be doing. I will be in a classroom somewhere, or like in my bedroom writing my dissertation, you know, to just like nothing. Yeah. Nothing. And you don't know what you're going to do. And it's, as you're saying, it is exciting in a lot of ways. But then there's also just this like constant juggling of like, you're trying to juggle your relationship, you're trying to juggle like figuring out what you want to do with your life, and like, do you pursue one thing or do you pursue another thing? And like, if you pursue one thing, is that like at the detriment of like what you actually want to do? Are you just doing it because you want to earn money? And like, obviously we are like very privileged in the fact that like we can live at home, and we do have money saved. Like, we're never going to be like homeless, you know. And like for many other reasons too. But like it's still confusing. I think in a way to have that freedom is makes it difficult because there's so many options.
It makes it scarier.
Yeah. Because you don't have just like one thing to focus on. So like I know that there's things that I'm good at and I've been applying to all these jobs. Also, side note, why did I get an arts degree? Like, because there's so many things that I could do that I am technically qualified to do, but there's so much competition. And like, for what? For a TikTok creator job that people do for free. Like, I just don't understand. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And why can't I do like my dream job? Why can't I just have it?
Yeah, why doesn't that just happen?
Yeah.
So true. Why do they tell you it can just happen and then it doesn't? That's not true. It's hard. It's really hard.
Everyone's lying and they're saying, oh, you can do whatever you want. You know, you have the world at your feet. You've got an amazing degree. You went to an amazing university. And then you have to go through the like horrible come down of that stupid realization that you actually can't do fucking anything. You can't, even though you're qualified. No one will hire you. Yeah,
because then like for all the fucking jobs you need experience of having the job essentially, and it's like, okay, well, how am I gonna get this without having the job? Like, what do you mean?
What do you want me to do? I've been at university, haven't had time, mate.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, enough ranting about that.
Yeah. But you went to America recently.
I did go to America.
And, yeah, do you want to tell us a little bit about that? Because, I mean, when you were there, like, when you were about to come back, I was talking to my boyfriend about it, and I was like, oh, yeah, like, she should stay, or, like, you know, try to move there or something. She's just, like, living her life and, like, loving it. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, I don't know. So, what are your thoughts on the American life? How was your trip? Tell us.
It was so good. It was very fun. Like, obviously super nice to be able to just like plan it by myself and kind of go by myself, even though I stayed with friends and stuff. But yeah, like I just felt so independent, and like everything that went wrong, and so many things went wrong. Like my bag got lost when I got to New York. So that was fun. And I didn't get it back for like 4 days, and no one was helping me, and I kind of just had to deal with that by myself. Although obviously like my friend that I was staying with helped me, and like I could call my family or whatever. But yeah, I kind of just had to like deal with all of that by myself. My flight got cancelled on the way home. My hair got set on fire.
a fireball attack to you.
Yeah, exactly. Like all this stuff was going wrong, but I kind of just like got through it. And honestly, like I was feeling so sad after the 2 weeks in New York, because my dog died. I was really sad, and I was about to go to California, and I had to see my friends I hadn't seen in 2 years. I was going to see them, and I was like, you know what, this sounds too hard right now. Like I don't want to go. That will be like horrible to like not that it would be horrible to see them. Obviously I was super excited to see them, but just like in the state of mind that I was in, I was like, I don't know if these are the people that I want to be with. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go. I don't think I would be happy if I went home right now anyway, so I'll just go. And like the second I got off the plane in California, I was just like, this is where I need to be. Like, I'm so glad I came. I stayed with my friend Alex, who came on the podcast, and she studies at Berkeley, so I was visiting her there, and I kind of just like, because she had class and stuff, I kind of walked around by myself. So on the first day that I got there, I went for a little walk, and I was just like in the forest. I was like, this is just the best. Like, I don't know what it is about California. It's just like got this air that like heals you. I swear, it's insane. Like, I just feel so calm there, and like so at peace, and just like really happy, and I love it so much. And I'm like, again, torn, because I really want to live there. But firstly, I don't know where I'd live, because I don't want to live in LA. I don't really like LA, but like realistically, if that's where I had to live in California, fine, I guess.
To live the influencer lifestyle.
Yeah, the TikTok creator lifestyle, mate. But yeah, so I don't want to live in LA, and I don't want to do a science job. I'm not qualified to do a science job, which is like the vast majority of jobs there as far as I can tell. And also I don't know like if I love it so much because I don't live there, you know what I mean? So I don't want to ruin the allure of it by moving there. And also like the whole process you have to go through to move somewhere is insane. But like I kind of think like I kind of just decided while I was there, like when my flight got cancelled, I had a couple of days by myself in San Francisco and I was just like walking around by myself. Also, I had no data. I was like roughing it.
You were really living life on the edge.
Oh yeah, it was wild times. So I was just like walking around by myself and I was just like so happy. I was just walking around Golden Gate Park and I was like, okay, honey, you need to live here. You need to make it happen. Like, I was like having a talking to with myself. Like, I was like, you are making it happen. But I mean, I don't know like what is going to happen. And then I got back and you were like, honey, why don't you move there? Because I feel like everyone just knows that like I want to be there.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I'm going to make it happen. But at least that's something to work towards, you know? Like, I've been kind of looking at jobs. Also, I was looking at a master's, but like, it's $20,000 for a semester. Yeah. 1 semester. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I don't know how that would work, but yeah, it's definitely something to work towards, like a goal to have in mind of like, okay, this is where I really want to be. And it's also kind of like wild because I never thought I'd be like a California girl. But I am. True. I also never thought I'd be like a beach forest kind of girl, but apparently that's where I thrive. Like that's like my brand, is I'm a city girl. But whatever. I feel like it's just a different me.
Rebranding.
You know? Yeah, rebranding. But yeah, so basically I kind of just like felt super independent. Like I was just really happy to like be exploring and see all my amazing friends. Like it was really reaffirming for me to know that like I could keep those friendships from 2 years ago, even though we don't speak that often and even though we're at very different stages in our lives. And I even made a new friend, which was really nice, or like a few new friends. So yeah, it was just, I just had a really good time basically, and I love California. So yeah, that happened.
Yeah, and like doing a trip by yourself also, like you know, just knowing that you can like go somewhere new for a month and figure it out, and like shit will happen, but it will be fine. Like you can always just figure it out. Yeah,
and it kind of just made me think like, why not? You know, like literally, why would I not move here? I have nothing keeping me. Like obviously I would miss everyone so much, like that is the one thing that I think about, but it's like I can visit and like they can visit, and realistically I can make new friends. Like I know I can do that. Not that I was ever stop being friends with you, you know that, but yeah, it's just like I don't know, I feel like I need something new in my life, and I just feel like that would be a good step. Yeah, it was also super nice because I got to go back to Santa Cruz, which if you guys don't know this is where I met my ex, and like my whole time there was kind of like defined by our relationship in a way. So yeah, I got on the bus from San Jose to Santa Cruz, and I was like going down the highway, and I was like, I feel so free of that man. Like I feel just like, I can't believe the last time I drove down this freeway was with him, and I was sobbing my eyes out because I didn't want to leave him. And like when I got back to the UK, I was so sad. And
how times have changed.
Yeah, it was just like, wow, I'm a whole different person, and like I don't need that in my life. And like it kind of just made me really let go of the whole thing. And like he even texted me while I was there, and I was just like, I'm not putting up with your bullshit anymore, I've had enough. In case you guys didn't gather that from the last episode. The ranting I did. So yeah, I've just kind of like decided that I'm fine, you know. And even though like everything is super uncertain, I'm just like, I'm gonna be fine. Ultimately, like what I want to focus on is just like being happy. I don't want to force myself to do things that I don't enjoy, because like I had a job for 6 months and I was very lucky to have that job, and like it wasn't the worst job I could be doing, but it was just not like fulfilling for me. And I know that I can just like do things that are fulfilling. Like, even though I don't have a job right now, I'm applying to jobs, and like I've been writing every day. So I feel like that's a good thing to like work towards what I want to do. Yeah, also guys, I had an article published in Refinery 29 about
that's crazy,
my herpes life. If you want to go check it out, it was like super exciting to have that. So yeah, I just feel like there's like, even though nothing big is really like, that was quite big, but nothing like life changing is happening to me, there's all these just like things that I can hold on to. You know, I got a puppy, we've made our first money from the podcast
officially.
Yeah. And yeah, we're just like, we're doing fine, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, it is like overwhelming and scary, but I do think in the grand scheme of things, like, we are doing fine, and we will be fine.
Yeah.
To just change topic realistically, I don't know if there's, sorry if I'm cutting you off and there's more stuff you wanted to add.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like I'm very grateful that like we have stayed so close during this time, because like, I mean, not that I ever thought we wouldn't, but that because of there being so much uncertainty, and like we do want to do a whole episode about friendship, so I'll just touch on it quickly, but like it's just kind of like a confusing time as well for like friendships as well as romantic relationships and like your relationship with your family or whatever, because everyone's at different stages, as we were saying, and like we obviously both still live at home, so we're still kind of like in each other's realm of lives, but everyone else is kind of like still at university. They're either finishing their undergraduate degrees or they're going to do their masters, so they have like different considerations or like things that we were thinking about a year ago that now I'm like, I can't believe it was a year ago, you know. But like but that's not really something that I'm thinking about right now. So yeah, I feel like we should talk a bit about friendships maybe, and like, I don't know, like moving out, in terms of like what you were saying, how you want to live with your boyfriend, and like I don't know if it's worth me moving out, because I'm like, I don't particularly want to live with a friend and their partner.
Yeah, well, my question was a little bit about that, actually. I was gonna ask, like, so like right now, sort of like the landscape or whatever, is that like most of your friends except like two, we were saying earlier, are in relationships, and like quite serious relationships at that kind of thing. So what does like, what basically what are your feelings about it, and like what does that kind of mean for you? Like, do you, because I guess I'm not, it's not an experience I'm having right now.
I don't know, because I feel like I come across as like a bit bitter sometimes on the podcast, but I'm genuinely not.
I don't think you do at all.
Okay, good. Because I'm like always joking about how I want my friends to break up with their boyfriends so I can have them all to myself, which is true, but obviously I want them to be happy, so it's fine. But basically I found this app called Thursday. If you want to sponsor us, feel free. I haven't been to the thing yet, but basically what it is, it's a dating app, and you sign up, you make your whole profile like any normal dating app, and then on Thursdays you can only see people on Thursdays, and then you match with them, you can chat with them, but it's only available on Thursdays. After that, all your matches disappear. And so so if you don't meet someone that night and like get their number, it's like bye forever. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So they release different venues every Thursday, and you can buy a ticket and go there, and all the people, or like some of the people from the app, will be at that venue. There's a few in London, so I think I'm gonna go to one tomorrow, because tomorrow's Thursday. So yeah, we were talking about that and like how I want to go, and I was like, realistically I don't really want to go by myself, because that's kind of scary, and like even though I would go on a date, obviously by myself is not really the same thing of like going to somewhere and like having to go up to people and like talk to them by yourself, you know, that's quite intimidating.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was like, who can I go with? Realistically, no one, because everyone's in a relationship. So it's like times like that where I'm like, fuck's sake. And I would love to like live with you guys. Obviously, like that's like ideally what I want to be doing in my 20s basically. But it's like that's not really an option for me right now because people have their own stuff going on, people are in relationships, and like that obviously their main priority is like planning around their boyfriends, which I completely understand. But sometimes I do get a bit sad about it, of like I feel like sometimes when we're trying to make plans or whatever with our friends, like I'm just like not the priority. And like it's not that I expect to be the priority in any way, but it's just like, okay, everyone does have that like one person that they can call at the end of the day, or like that they'll have a plan with at the weekend if they don't have any other plans. And like obviously I know we can make plans, like we do, but it's just like not the same thing,
no, I completely get what you're saying.
So yeah, I don't know, sometimes it's sad, and like overall I know like that is the one thing I know in my life, because I don't want to be in a relationship. So it's not like I'm like jealous or anything, it's just like interesting how people's priorities change and like how you fit into people's lives, and like if people like acknowledge that fact, you know. But yeah, it's like it's fine. And then like dating life wise, it's like less fine because I just can't be bothered. I was telling Maria I think I'm in my I'm in my no sex era.
Of course, the famous no sex era.
And she was like, oh, so you mean you're having a dry spell? I was like, no, we're repackaging it, because it's not like I'm an incel. It's like I'm choosing. Like I know I could have sex if I really wanted to and I really tried, and I can complain about it as much as I want, but I know I'm sending people 2 messages on dating apps and then getting bored and like being like, nah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I know I have options, but I just don't want those options. I don't like those options that I have.
You're waiting for something good.
Exactly. But then I'm also in my like battle between this whole new like honey having higher standards era, because obviously I think it's important to have high standards. However, do I think that having bad sex is better than having no sex? I go through phases of like nah, no sex is better. Right now I'm kind of like maybe bad sex is better than no sex, but also I'm clearly not going for that option, so maybe that's my answer, you know. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, I think it makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I think that the answer is that like no sex is better than bad sex, because I do feel like it's not like you're like waiting for someone to walk in and be like, oh, this is the person, perfect. Yeah. But it is like, well, you haven't really like met anyone that is like, oh yeah, like I want to shag them right now or whatever. Yeah. So it's kind of like, why, a little bit what you were saying, like I just want to do what's making me happy rather than like forcing myself to do all the stuff that I feel like you should be doing, you know. Like you don't need to be having sex, and like, yeah, of course if you want to be, like, that's different, but if you really wanted to, as you were saying, like you would do something about it, kind of thing. So I don't know, I do get that, and I feel like it's like perfectly fine to just be like, yeah, this just isn't really a priority right now. Yeah. And like, yeah, if it happens, it happens, but I get not like wanting to go so out of your way to make it happen. Yeah. I just don't feel good when I'm like trying to like go on dates and trying to meet people, you know. Like even if I have a good time on the date, usually I'm not attracted to them. Like I'm like, I had a good time, but I don't think I want to see you again. Yeah. You know? And I can't explain that. Yeah, but maybe you're just not in that mindset right now. Yeah, exactly. Cool. Like, and then no need really. Yeah, I feel like I've been threatening to go on a date with a girl for a while, and even though I still do want to, again, I don't want to force myself to. And also I think like I've just gotten so stuck in like dating guys, and like I realized I had this moment of like, wow, that like the reason I don't like enjoy dating guys at the moment is because it's just so easy. Like I've not because I mean, partly because they're easy, but also because I've just fallen into a routine of like, I know exactly what I'm going to say to you. Like, I know what questions you're going to ask me, because
men are like easily pleased and like easily impressed, but I think women are like a lot more like complex, and maybe this is just me putting them on a pedestal because I haven't been dating women. Maybe I'll be sorely disappointed when I go on a date with a woman, but like I don't know, it just seems a lot more like intense, but at the same time that is intimidating, you know, like that's scary. So I just need to like get past that little fear. I just need to be pushed into it, basically.
Yeah. I think it is one of those things that is like so much scarier than like when you actually do it, and then it does feel like, oh no, but like it's been so long and I don't remember, and like what's it going to be like. But once you're in it, it's so like, oh, this is just so normal, and just not a thing. But I completely understand that. Yeah,
maybe I'll meet a girl at this Thursday thing.
Yeah, I mean, not to sound not to sound cliche or anything, but I do feel like these, not even like love or relationships or anything, it's just like things happen most when you're not like looking for it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It kind of just happens, and if you're just living your life.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I just need to live my life, make friends, see all my friends, and I'll be good.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is literally every update I have on my life. What about you? Anything else to add?
I was trying to think if I have any sort of like sex updates or anything. I still haven't had a threesome, guys. We still want to make that happen. I just don't really know when it's gonna happen, and like I mean realistically, like it's not like it can happen. I live at home and my boyfriend lives in a student house with literal cardboard walls, so I think that would just be very embarrassing in any like scenario that would happen in. So I guess not that many updates.
But yeah, goals to have.
Looking forward. What we're looking forward to.
More gay friends.
Get back into that gay lifestyle.
Yeah, we need to like live the gay lifestyle. Yeah, is what we're saying. We have gay friends, but it's not a gay enough lifestyle for us. I need to have sex at some point just to like keep it going.
Refresh the system.
Exactly. Maria wants to move in with her boyfriend, or she does, but she doesn't know when, where, how. All of those things. I need to get a job, but it's also fine if I don't.
Yeah.
And we need to make more money from the podcast.
Yeah, so support us, guys.
Yeah, make sure if you want to support us, we are going to tell you all the ways you can right now. First of all, buy from our sponsors, Manscaped, the Natural Love Company. Codes are in the episode descriptions for whatever sponsor it is, so please check them out and buy something. Like, you can buy the smallest thing. Even if you buy something that's £10, that would really help us out. And then follow us on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and YouTube at Sex Rose Podcast. Leave us comments, like the things, share them, all of that. Subscribe to the channel. And obviously, like, send us all your stories. We want to do a bonus episode. You can do that on any of the social media, or email us sexrospodcast@gmail.com. Send it anonymously at www.sexrospodcast.com.
And again, all of that will be in the description. So if you forget anything, go look down there. And if you want to get involved in any sort of way, definitely get in touch. Like, there's so many ways to get in touch, and you can do it anonymously or as yourself. So please, come on, guys.
Yeah,
get involved.
If you think of like any topics you want us to do, I honestly think at this point we could talk about anything for an hour. I think I'm just programmed to talk about things for an hour now. So like, if you have a dilemma with your friend, tell us. We'll do an episode about it. If you're wondering how to like be better at giving head or something, tell us. We will do an episode about it. Please just give us ideas. We want to know what you guys want to hear. Again, send it anonymously if you're too scared to let us know what it is you're thinking about. Just if it pops into your head, just give us a little message. That's all we need.
And I hope all of this begging for 2 minutes has been drilled into your brain. You know all the places to go. You know what to do. And yeah, we'll see you next week, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
You've been listening to Sextras, presented by Honey Jane Wyatt and Maria Jose Hayodatiyi. Produced by Mabel Productions.